Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium.
Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Minshew sets to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. His throw incomplete.
Jordan Addison that time.
And it's 3rd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Homer will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that
Akers hit. He coughs it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
Darnell Mooney.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Fields on first down. That's complete to Mooney.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Now Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Bears!
Jarnell Mooney
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bears are able to add on to that lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
And some space here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jones. Yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing, Mills.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Bust through the tackle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer.
Mills.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is We want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Cameron Byam.
Now the return will stop right around the 25.
Play action now. Mills.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is...
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 75 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Quick throw complete. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 7. Santos to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They go play action. Mills.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison.
69 yards.
And the Vikings are able to claw one back.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. It's Fields. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. On play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing again is Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
To throw is Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Santos now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, Ty.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start this drive out on the ground, powering forward.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Fields now to throw. Looking deep here for Mooney.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Going on the ground with Homer. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Back to throw. Fields.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Fields going to hold on to it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the deep?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields.
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mills now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
This is Homer.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fields going to keep it running right.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped to the backfield.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, Mills. That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
A give up the middle to Akers.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got a...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
70 Lions. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 96 yards.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
19 tight.
Now Mills. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go, son.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
18 more yards there and another first down. Now Fields.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory. Polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 10.
They'll run this with Homer. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Well, fans usually love to see